Peter Mazukin, the Actis Real Estate Group. Just wanted to bring things to light. Over the last 15 days in this sizzling seller's market in the Greater Toronto area, there was a home that sold for $970,000 over the list price. Now people are talking about this and they're getting all wound up and they're thinking that the market's gone berserk, is one of the terms I heard. So I decided to do some research behind that. It turns out that same property at 66 Hillhurst Drive in Richmond Hill was sold years ago, 4 years ago, for $1,895,000, and then it was relisted just on May the 29th, 2016 for $1,880,000, less than what it was sold for years ago. Was that underlisted? Absolutely. Was it worth a lot more than the list price? Absolutely. The facts are clear. So it's really important to hire a great realtor that checks the background information for you. So ultimately ended up settling in terms of where its market value should have been. Anyways, that said, hiring a great realtor is a great investment because there's no way an individual owner could have done that without the realtor, without the great stager, and without the effective marketing approach. What's interesting, there's actually two markets though. So I thought, well, what happened to all the properties in the GTA that sold in the last 15 days for $1 million plus? What's interesting to note that on average, they achieved 99% of the list price over the last 15 days. Those are all properties over $1 million, not financed by CMHC. Now let's take a look at what happens for the properties under $500,000, detached, freehold. And yes, they do exist. As a matter of fact, in the last 15 days, there were 200 of them. Yes, throughout the GTA, there were 200 sold properties under $500,000 in the GTA, detached. And they sold for an average of 106% of the list price. So if you're thinking that you can get it below list price, the odds are dramatically against that. So it's not the list price that matters, it matters where that, where the true market value is. The other interesting thing is, when I take a look at the different areas, the different municipalities, Durham had the most properties sold under $500,000 detached in the last 15 days at 143 of the 200. And who had the least? Well, no surprise there, Toronto at 5. And conversely, on the $1 million plus, Durham had the least at 7, and the most were in York at 71. Does that surprise you? It may. It may. The point is, always look at the numbers behind the numbers. Make sure you have great realtors working for you. And every home is worth what someone's willing to pay and what someone's willing to accept. So just make sure that you're well represented. Have a great evening. Thank you.